Okay. Welcome to Dusty Lucky Blonde. If a grown up back in the 80s gave you that look, and I got that look a lot, and it was frightening. And it wasn't like, but it wasn't supposed to be like, it's just, I know where you live, and don't you ever do that again. And grown ups gave that look back in the 80s a lot. My principal gave that look a lot. And I'm like, I'll never be bad again. I promise. So, yeah, she was a good principal. She was the best principal I ever had. So, yeah, we lived good in the 80s. Trust me, we did. When a grown up gave you that look, ooh, oh my gosh. Huh? She's like, we don't play that here. Seriously. And I got that look twice in my lifetime. Twice in my lifetime. I was in the 80s, so. Um, I love the road trips with my aunt. Um, we would go to road trips to, I guess, say Dallas to see my uncle. So the road trips were really fun, and I loved being in the back of the Volvo, the very, very back of the Volvo, like in the back. It wasn't the back seat; it was the trunk. And before you start panicking, it was a big back seat. It was really big, to the point that two kids in the back of the Volvo were playing Barbies. My aunt had a really good car. She can't afford a car like that. That 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 luxury of having that car is over. But I remember, one time, sitting in the back seat of the Volvo going to, I guess, Dallas, and seeing my uncle, and it was a family reunion. And I loved the family reunions. Everybody of the family got together. I was not a part of that family, but they treated me like I was. So, and the banana pudding that my uncle's mother always made was so delicious. Yeah, because it was made with love. There was a secret ingredient, I guess, but, and for Thanksmas, we'll call that Thanksmas, um, I got a teddy bear that you see on Batasha, right? And I got that for Thanksmas. So it was November of 1986 when I got that. She asked, "Do you want it now or do you want it for Christmas?" It's like, "What is it?" It's a teddy bear. I bought it. She spent $30 on that teddy bear. And then I'll tell you about that teddy bear, right? But first, I want to tell you about the trip, right? So the road trips were so much fun in the Volvo. We could just sit in the back of the trunk and play Barbies until we got there, and then it was so much fun. It's a lot of driving though, but still. And then we were in the back seat, or we could go in the back seat, take a nap. Four little kids, like I said, fit in the Volvo. Seriously, the whole family fit in the Volvo. I mean, seriously. I want to tell you about that teddy bear that it wasn't my mom who gave it to me. It was my aunt. I don't know why she spent $30 on me like that, but I held on to it for so long. Can you believe that? I mean, the doll was made in 1986. And 1986 is almost 40. And it's not worth anything. No. Because I went online and I looked it up and I see if it was worth anything. People are trying to sell theirs and they're not selling. they're not selling at all. Oh. And that teddy bear was just for me. You spent $30 on me for Christmas? I held on to it that long. I was about to give it to my nephew, but my nephew's going to be 20 years old now. So, yeah. And then I was thinking about, and I was like, I don't have anybody to give it to. I don't have anybody to give that precious doll to. Because I grew up like, you hand stuff down, right? I'm like, I don't have anybody to give it to. And I was afraid that they would like toss it aside somewhere and, you know, I wonder what my mom said about that teddy bear. It came with no clothes, so I put clothes on it. It didn't come with anything, and the phrases were, "Ooh, that hurts," and "That hurts, that hurts." And I'll tell you, I know I'm talking episodes about my aunt here, but when I was at home, right, kids like to leave their toys everywhere. Kids like to leave their toys everywhere. So I left mine in the middle of the hallway, and then my mom was going to the bathroom, and in the darkness, it hurt, it hurt. Oh, that would have been a good horror movie. The roll credits. Oh man. But yeah, I'll head on to something since 1986. Everything else was given away. But this stayed. This is the survivor of the toys. I remember I was at Thanksmas. I like to call it that because they would get together for Thanksgiving and then they would have Christmas and then they decided that because people celebrate Christmas with their families, so they had this oh, my uncle's parents were such amazing people. They were so down to earth, so traditional. They had family gatherings because that's what they had when they were growing up. And the when I was always looking to to my adopted grandmother was her banana pudding. Seriously, my brother hates it, but I love it. So many traditions. I don't know where she got it from. Did did Walmart sell that or what? Because Mattel was the it toy back then. Seriously, it made no sense. I love that toy so much. Thank you. Most toys that people that have, they don't hold on to them that long. Mine is 1986. All the other toys are gone. Probably in the landfill somewhere. I don't know. But, And that's it with this conversation. So let's see how we done.